10 facts about your brain. Do you know that your brain is one of the most complex and fascinating organs in your body? It's made up of billions of neurons or nerve cells that communicate in trillions of connections called synapses. Do you also know that, contrary to general beliefs, the brain's storage capacity is considered to be virtually unlimited? Listen to the following facts about your brain. 60% of human brain is made up of fat, making it the fattest organ in the human body. The fatty acids are crucial and they are very, very necessary for brain's function and performance. Do you know your brain isn't fully formed until age 25? Brain development begins from the back to the front. As a result, your frontal lobe, which is the part of the brain that controls planning and reasoning, are the last to strengthen and structure connections. Listen to the following facts about your brain. 60% of human brain is made up of fat, making it the fattest organ in the body. The fatty acids are crucial for brain's function. And do you know your brain isn't fully formed until age 25? Brain development begins from the back to the front. And as a result of that, the frontal lobes, which contain planning and reasoning, are the last to strengthen and be structured for connections. Third facts about your brain. Do you know your brain's storage capacity is considered to be immense? Research suggests that the brain consists of about 86 billion neurons. Each neuron forms connection to the other neurons, which could add up to a quadrillion connections. And over the time, these neurons can combine and further increase storage capacity. And do you also know that it can also become damaged as a result of trauma and other things? And in that case, most of the people who suffer trauma and extreme damage in the brain end up with Alzheimer's disease, thereby affecting memory in particular. Fourth fact about your brain. Do you know the brain information can travel up to an impressive 350 miles per hour? Wow. When a neutron is stimulated and it generates an electrical impulse, that impulse travels from cell to cell. And the fifth fact about your brain is that on average, your spinal cord stops growing at the age of 4 years old. Your spinal cord consists of a bundle of nervous tissues and support cells that are responsible for sending messages from your brain throughout the body. Fourth fact about your brain. Brain information can travel up to an impressive 350 miles per hour. When a neutron is stimulated, it generates an electrical impulse on the system that travels from cell to cell. And the fifth fact about your brain is that on the average, your spinal cord stops growing at 4 years old. Your spinal cord consists of a bundle of nervous tissues and support cells that are responsible for sending messages from your brain throughout your body. Sixth fact about your brain. It is actually a myth that you only use 10% of your brain in your lifetime. You actually use all of it, even when you're sleeping. Neurologists confirm that your brain is always active. And the seventh fact about your brain is that the average adult human brain weighs about 3 pounds. That's about as much as a half gallon of milk. And do you know that men tend to have slightly larger brain than women? Though this does not impact intelligence. A brain freeze, medically known as phenylpalatine ganglioneuralgia, occurs when cold hits the receptor in the meninges, the outer covering of the brain. The cold causes a contraction and then dilation of arteries, triggering a rapid onset headache. And the ninth fact about your brain: a piece of brain tissue the size of a grain of sand contains 100,000 neurons and 1 billion synapses. However, damage to neurons can have great impact. The 10th fact about your brain: the human brain runs on about 20 watts of power, enough to power a light bulb in your home. All that power calls for much needed rest. Adequate sleep helps maintain the pathway in your brain. Additionally, research shows that sleep deprivation is linked to Alzheimer's disease. And for your brain to work that much and not to rest, it's like when you switch on a generating set to power your house and it walks round and round and round and round the clock without resting. It's either it breaks down or it knocks or it catches fire at the end of the day. So your brain has a big job. Be sure to take care of it. Have enough rest. Take enough fluid. Take postures that let blood flow freely to your brain. Do not overwork your brain. Take time to rest. And I wish you success in every of your life's portion. This is Akinola Bayo Fagbamiye saying goodbye. Thanks for watching. Talk to you again sometimes later on another topic.